Okay, we're live at Breaking the Plane. Dustin's here with me. We've missed a little bit of the action, but wanted to make sure things were looking a little bit better. You'll see it's a little different look today. To my side, there's a bunch of Jaguars jerseys. We got some Panthers stuff over here, and in the middle are all of the items for the Chiefs and the Saints. Excited to talk about this game with you tonight.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see. The Saints, they're on lose two streak right now. And they were looking one of the hottest teams in the league for the first 2 weeks. But one possession losses both of their last 2 games. But they've got a really tough matchup with the Chiefs tonight. But Saints have a good defense. Chiefs' offense has been a little sluggish, so we could have a close one.
The bizarre trend over the last few years is the best quarterback in the league, arguably second best quarterback of all time at this point in Patrick Mahomes, getting there at least. The offense keeps sputtering. The defense has really stepped up. They don't make it all the way and win the Super Bowl last year without the defense, and the offense, in my opinion, has to step up and match the intensity of the defense if they truly want to get that 3-peat.
Yeah.
So, while we're waiting for the game to come back, still a TV timeout, I'm wearing my Jaguars Prowler jersey. Come on, how awesome were those Jags? How about Brian Thomas Jr. just tearing it up? That was pretty cool, though.
Yeah, no, I saw the long touchdown pass, the 85-yard touchdown pass, which I believe is the second longest touchdown pass this season so far, so that was pretty cool. Just a completely blown coverage, and finally Trevor Lawrence was able to hit a long ball.
And I listened to Trevor's press conference, and he talked about reading that play, anticipating the play, and seeing how the defense had the blown coverage and just all air it out. And what I've always respected about Trevor is he is not afraid to make the big play, to risk his stats, unlike someone like Aaron Rodgers, to take advantage of what the defense is showing him and really go after it. The Jags are 1-4. The division feels right. How are you feeling about Carolina? Saints are playing tonight. What do you think?
They were terrible this week. So I think that the goodwill of Andy Dalton starting has kind of worn off. We had an absolutely horrible performance against the Bears. Our defense is too weak, too injured. It can't keep with any competent offense. I think you saw us put up points against the Raiders and Bengals because those defenses are bad. I'm not feeling too hopeful here.
All right, the game is back. We're getting back to it. Derek Carr, they're going to have to punt it away at 4 or 5. Looks like that Chiefs pass rush is getting there. Chris Jones just quickly becoming the best D lineman in the league.
Right, he's been on the team for a long time, but you just see how disruptive of a force he is. Really, just these last, I'm sure he always was good, but it really seems like these last 2 to 3 years, he's just been such a wrecking force in the backfield.
Yeah, he's a true late bloomer. Yep. All right, 4th and 5, getting ready to punt. Punt is up.
Looks a bit of a line drive there.
Yeah, I know. It's getting returned. Horrible hang time, and Nico Hartman taking it outside to the 24-yard line.
Line drives always make me think of Matt Dodge and the Giants.
Let's talk a little bit about Nico Hartman, though. He was returning that punt, and he was cut from the team, went to the Jets, came back and caught a touchdown in the Super Bowl. What a redemptive arm.
It's just kind of one of those crazy things where it's he goes somewhere else, the other team doesn't know how to use him, comes back to Kansas City, Andy Reid knows how he can work in the system, and catches the game-winning touchdown pass in the Super Bowl. So, I don't see him leaving Kansas City at this point.
Yep. And Kareem Hunt's back in Kansas City. Now, can you think of a team that would have players perform well, trade them away or let them go in free agency for big money, underperformed and brought them back for cheap?
It's the Patriots.
And the Chiefs are using that Patriots playbook to perfection.
Yeah.
But Belichick never got a 3-peat.
No.
What do you
think?
They
lost to the Jake Plummer
Denver
Broncos in their
Jake
attempts.
The Snake, I will always stand by Jake the Snake, underrated quarterback. And did very well with Cardinals. People forget how he upset the Cowboys in the playoffs in the 90s.
I know that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was interesting. I was actually listening to a little bit about that Arizona team. They were not a good team. They had a negative point differential, negative point differential going into the playoffs.
Yeah, common theme about growing up with Dustin, I would always be Jake Plummer in fantasy franchise drafts in Madden, and he could never stop Jake the Snake because he's never understood why he was so good.
Scrambling quarterbacks were broken in Madden 04. That's the reason.
Okay, that's the reason.
There's no world in where Marco Stubbs, a computer-generated player.
All right, we are echoing. Let's All right, the echo should be fixed now. I think I fixed the echo. Let's see. I think we're doing a little better on the echo. So yeah, we were talking about the Chiefs and their quest for a three-peat. Who in the AFC do you see really being the threat against them?
The problem is that the Bengals actually look good. They just can't get a win.
The Bengals, I think Joe Burrow is at least the second best quarterback in this league.
And he played great against the Ravens. It's just their defense is letting him down. Yeah. So that might ultimately be the downfall of the Bengals this year. Because, I mean, Carolina put up 24 on them. That's saying something.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10, Mahomes coming to the snap, already up 7-0, already playing from the lead. The Saints on the road are going to have to do a lot here to stop him. Mahomes playing protection, dumps it short. Weird broken play.
Probably just grounded that one, I bet.
He had plenty of time, though. I think there was just nothing out there, so he's like, my running back's falling down, I'm going to throw it at his feet.
Well, there's also a lot to be said that sometimes plays are designed with one read in mind, and if that read isn't there, you just kind of kill it. Unless, I don't know if you remember some of my halfback screens where I'd throw it to a streaking receiver deep.
Oh,
that
yes,
shouldn't be possible.
2nd and 10, shotgun snap, and the hand is to Hunt going up the middle, getting a hard 3 yards.
3 yards, yeah.
3rd and 7 coming up.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see if we see Kelsey start to break out. Like, he's had a very sluggish start to the season, and maybe that's because defenses are focusing a little bit more on him because the receiving core, especially with Rashee Rice out for the most likely the remainder of the year now, Mahomes' receiving options are limited.
7, we got motion coming, less than 10 on the play clock.
Samaje Perine in the backfield.
And that was a false start on Jawaan Taylor.
But he gets away with it. Oh, wait, no, he doesn't get away with it.
False start. Offense.
Number 74.
It's gotta be Jawaan Taylor.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, here we go. I've said this for years. Jawaan Taylor, drafted by the Jags in the 2nd round of the 2019 draft. The right tackle that false starts on every play. A huge part of why the Jags won that playoff game against the Chargers is Jawaan Taylor false started so many times that Joey Bosa eventually threw his helmet. The rest that they weren't noticing it.
They got an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on that.
Mahomes, empty backfield. Getting ready, rolls, oh my gosh, steps up, thinking about running, pump fakes, throws, incomplete.
Yeah,
what a stop by New Orleans.
Yeah, he was falling over on that pass there.
Yep, Jawaan Taylor with the regular false start actually getting called for it, plus the incomplete pass is leading us towards a Chiefs punt. I'm going to work on getting our scores up on the screen.
Yeah, I think if Mahomes doesn't fall on that pass, he completes it because he had Kelsey open.
Maybe a fresher-legged, younger Kelsey that wasn't as concerned about his girlfriend in the stands. We'll see. I think Kelsey's slowing down.
I mean, sure, yeah.
People are calling him the best tight end of all time and forgetting that Tony Gonzalez played for the same franchise.
Well, there's Gonzalez, there's Gronk, and there's Gates. Yeah.
Jimmy Graham had a stretch where he might have been better than anyone was for a short time. Oh, and roughing the punter or running into the punter possible. The kick is wide. It's going to the 24. Nice return here. Good
Rashid
blocking.
Shaheed there.
And there's,
it breaks out, but it's kind of losing him more yardage. I will say I'm hoping a bit for Rashid Shaheed here. I need him to get me like 14 points to win my fantasy matchup.
Nice.
In a matchup I have no business of winning. I was too heavily reliant on Eagles players, and they're all on bye this week, so.
Yeah. So what is the call from the ref, Dust?
It is holding on the offense, it looks like. So that'll back him up 10 yards. 7-0 Chiefs with 3 minutes and 28 seconds left in the first quarter.
Yeah, I thought the Chiefs would be doing more by this point. So sometimes the Chiefs in primetime games, especially if it's a Thursday or Monday night, they eke out wins against teams that they are way more talented than. Do you think they take the week off and just hope they win, or what's the strategy if you're the coach of the Chiefs in that situation?
I mean, I think this is more just the Chiefs are kind of struggling to get their offense going this year because there's kind of a lack of talent on their offense, particularly at the wide receiver position. And you saw 2022 and 2023. 2023 last year, the Chiefs only had 10 wins in the regular season. So there's a lot to be said about their offensive regression. I think I saw some stat this year that Patrick Mahomes' average yards per throw is only about 5.8. And when you go back to 2018, it was about 9 something. So they're just not as explosive as they used to be. And I think that you do kind of look at that, and they're kind of becoming more of a Patriots-esque squad where they've got a franchise quarterback. They know he knows how to win games. They focus on the defense because the quarterback can get production out of a weaker wide receiver core and less skill players. So I think, they focus on the defense, and they expect Mahomes to find ways to eke out victories. And that's what's happened so far this year. They're not a super high-scoring team, but they're 4-0.
So I would say, while I definitely think Tom Brady is still the GOAT, Patrick Mahomes to this point in his career has been more impressive than Brady was at this point in his. What do you think about that, Tim?
Well, I think you can't really argue it. I mean, he's so young, and he's going for a three-peat, and if he can pull off that three-peat, I think you have to say at this point in his career that Mahomes is more impressive.
Yeah. What would it take in your mind, Dust, for Mahomes to get past Brady, even when Brady, as an old man, beat a young, approaching his prime Mahomes in a Super Bowl?
That one's tough because
It's a tough question.
Yeah, a lot of Mahomes losing that Super Bowl was the depleted offensive line, so I personally think it wasn't as fair of a fight as it could have been. But yeah, if you've got Mahomes breaking Brady's Super Bowls, I think you have to say it. If Mahomes gets 8 or something like that, you kind of have to say it.
All right, we're back. 1st and 10, Saints with the ball, and another penalty. Looks like false start.
Probably false start. Yeah, it is.
And they're backing them up 5 yards. These are the mistakes you just can't make when you're playing against the Kansas City Chiefs. Keep in mind, everybody, super chats are how you support these streams. We're here to talk about the game, but at the end of the game, we are going to random off this autographed extravaganza football 8x10 to anyone that gives us a super chat, $4.99 and above tonight. 1st and 15, we're finally back to the action. Derek Carr under center, tight end in motion right. Sets, pro set, offset, and Kareem Hunt up the middle for about 3 yards. Maybe
so that was Kamara.
Oh, sorry, that was Kamara.
Yeah, I think it was about 2.
Yeah,
Kamara started this season super hot, but kind of cooled down a little bit in these last 2-3 weeks.
See, that's the thing. It's fresh legs are worth so much, and Kamara's been, he was a hot commodity, in the peak of fantasy football, but you see people like him, Saquon Barkley, start strong, but can they maintain it for a whole season?
Well, and you looked at Kamara getting drafted in the 5th round of fantasy drafts, and you're like, we got to steal, but
2nd and 13, under center is Carr, plenty of protection, good rush by the Chiefs, rolling right, throws, caught.
I think that's incomplete. He did not get that in.
Wow, poor discipline by the halfback to not get both feet down in bounds. I mean,
so this
is
actually a wide receiver. He's just wearing 22, which is it's sad. It's showing that.
Old.
Yep. Yeah, that's Raheed Shaheed.
So 3rd and 13, you're playing against an amazing defense and against the best quarterback in the league on the other side. What do? Do you surrender play it, or do you take a shot?
You take it. Definitely taking a shot.
Goes deep. Offensive pass interference.
Yeah.
Going for Raheed Shaheed.
If they even tried to call defensive pass interference on that, I would have been livid.
Oh, Eric Reed in his face. Man. I like the call, though.
I like the call. They were
Chiefs?
well, yeah. They go long, and I mean, you can't call interference on Eric Reed on that one. They're both going for the ball.
He shoved Eric Reed over.
Or ran into him at least. Yeah.
That's a great.
Yeah, it's a great no call. I like that.
4th and 13. Remember, there's 2:37 left in the first. Saints getting ready to punt. And here it comes. Better hang time this time. Should be a fair... No, he's returning again. Poor special teams. Mecole Hardman out to the 40-yard line. Double tackled at about the 40.5-yard line, setting up Mahomes with great field position. What is up with the Saints special teams unit, Dust?
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to make mistakes. Special teams is hard. And, yeah, if you don't really get a...
Really?
I mean, it can. I mean, just goes off your foot wrong. I don't think that one was particularly terrible, but the line drive definitely was the first one. But yeah, the Saints are wearing their black alternate helmets tonight. We had a lot of alternates this week. We had the Jaguars with their classic throwback uniforms. We had the Broncos bring out their retro uniforms. The 49ers did as well this week. And now we've got an alternate. The Houston Texans had their H-Town alternates that they did. And we've got the Saints tonight.
I can't believe people are not more excited about this Jaguars alternate than I am. Like, it definitely pumped up the fan base, pumped up the crowd, and in a day where Trevor came out to play, but the defense totally didn't, and the Jags as a whole did not do well to close out the game, I think it gave them a little extra boost. I felt like there was a little bit of a Jags crowd thing going on.
Yeah.
So, do you have any thoughts on how throwbacks relate to like a fan base and how it affects the team?
Oh, absolutely. Like you could see it with the Broncos one this year. The fans have been clamoring for the return of the royal blue helmet and the orange crush uniforms.
Yeah.
Because you talk to some Denver Broncos fans and they never wanted them to switch to the one in the 90s. Now, I know I'm a little partial to that because that makes me think of like the first Super Bowl I watched with John Elway and Brett Favre in Super Bowl 32. So it's kind of iconic for me, but I can see how, like, from a uniform aesthetic, the other one just kind of pops a lot more.
Yeah.
It looked really nice on Sunday.
Yeah, I thought Denver Dustin did a great uniform review in the offseason as part of our podcast, and I thought you did a good job explaining how while the new update with Denver is a little weird, the throwback is really cool.
Yeah, it is, and I will give Denver a little bit of credit. Their uniforms are not as bad watching them live as they looked beforehand. They're still not great, but I don't hate them quite as much.
Yeah. It's like they're doing what Seattle tried to do in 2013 to like a poorer degree. Like it's
I guess a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, but it looks better on the field. Everyone was so shocked when Seattle changed their uniforms, and it turned out really well. Mahomes is back. Longest TV timeout ever. Kelsey in motion left. Single back. It's a pitch. Going to Hunt up the left side. Breaks one tackle and leaps, and that's a good 8-yard gain.
It's about a 7-yard gain, yeah.
And Dustin and I are calling the game live, so that's why sometimes we're a little different on our yardage. Depends on how we would spot the ball as a ref.
Well, it looks like I was right. It's 2nd and 3. Yeah. 2nd and 3. I'm right.
2nd and 3. Well, that's what the TV says. Yeah, that's what one place says. Let's see what Twitter says. But here we go. It's 2nd and 3. Coming to the line. Single back. And here we go. Great protection, Mahomes. They
blitz, corner blitz.
And corner
didn't
blitz
get there.
Picked up. What a great play.
Yeah.
Nice play by Mahomes, throwing it out to the tight end, taking with the defense gives you an easy 6 and a first down.
Yeah, and it's just the right call, and it's a good block there by Kareem Hunt, preventing them from getting to Mahomes. But yeah, a little late hit there.
A little late hit action. Mahomes sold it. And again, speaking of players that are back on the team, Juju
he's back.
Schuster. It's the Patriots playbook. When you have a good owner that runs things right, good things happen. All right, pistol formation. Motion left, hands off up the middle, and here we go. The Chiefs.
That's Carson Steele.
Yep.
Looks about 8, I'd say.
Yeah. 8-yard gain, setting up 2nd and 2.
Yeah, able to knife right through the middle there. Yeah, so Carson Steele, he's an interesting story. Undrafted free agent, but got on the Chiefs practice squad, and they really liked some of the things they saw from him, and he performed well in the preseason and got himself a spot on the 52-man roster.
Yep.
53, sorry.
And what I like is he showed patience and ball protection. He was excited to see the hole exploded, but protected the ball on the way down.
Oh, we've got a toss to Kelsey.
And that's a first down and more out to the 35. First down, Chiefs setting up 1st and 10 at the 35 of New Orleans, and that might be the last play of the first quarter. Still 7-0.
It'll be interesting to see if they snap this ball.
Yeah,
I don't think they have to.
It's a big coaching call. I mean, do you stay aggressive? And
It looks like they're doing it. Yeah.
Might as well try to get a playoff. 1st and 10, single back, hands off, up the middle. Kareem Hunt with some space, and there he goes.
Off to the right side.
Oh, great blocking. That offensive line play was phenomenal. I saw Noah Gray throw a great lead block. That's going to set up...
that was 8 yards. 8 yards.
All right. 2nd and 2 coming up, end of the first quarter.
He's just deferring to me now.
Yep, I'm deferring. I don't want to battle over 1 yard. Here we go. So, yeah, as we go to commercial break, Dustin was talking about all the different alternates coming out, but we're watching these live Monday Night Lights. What do you think seeing these in person in action for New Orleans? What do you think about the uniform as it stands tonight?
It's okay. The black alternate helmet is not one of my favorite. I think the gold fleur-de-lis on the black helmet does work. What I don't like is their kind of alternate stripe that has a bunch of like mini fleur-de-lis in it, and it's just kind of odd. And it's a white on white combo. The gold numbers are kind of cool, but white jersey, white pants just really doesn't stick out to me that much. So I think it's like a 6 out of 10. That I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not particularly excited about it.
Again, sometimes for me, I like high gloss helmets, and they look the best under the lights.
They are high gloss.
Yep. So that's the thing that I really didn't know what New Orleans was doing with that helmet, but just like Denver's new helmet, I like what I see watching them live.
Yeah.
So I thought they did a good job, at least exceeding my expectations here. But if we're talking about throwbacks to the 80s and to the 90s, those Denver Broncos and Jaguars throwbacks are so cool to see.
Yeah. So how does it make you feel, though, that the team is trying to invoke a sense of nostalgia for a uniform that's probably like close to 20 years old now?
It makes me feel old, but it makes me feel like I'm 12 years old again and rooting for them in the 1999
right,
AFC
but
Championship game.
That's what people, when they see the Orange Crush uniforms from like the 70s, are thinking.
So let me tell you a little bit about what I think about Tom Coughlin, because he's the whole reason, indirectly at least, that I'm a fan of this team. So he gave a speech, when he was inducted into the Pride of the Jaguars at halftime of the game, and he's talking about how his favorite Jaguars team that he coached. Do you know which one it was?
The 96 one, probably,
That's what I
right?
thought. So he starts talking, and I thought it just might have been like a. No offense, Tom, but an old man misslip talking, saying the 95 team was my favorite team. And I'm like, there's no way they went 4-12. He's like, we worked so hard to build things the right way from the ground up and hire the right people and bring in athletes that would work hard and be okay knowing we might not win every game. We're back. Hold that thought until the next play. 2nd and 2 for the Chiefs.
At the 28-yard line of the Saints.
Start of the second quarter. More thoughts on Tom Coughlin in the next TV timeout. Mahomes fakes the handoff, rolls right. Good pressure by New Orleans. He's hit, dumps it off, but still somehow makes a play to Kareem Hunt. And there he is into the red zone, down to the 11-yard line. Brilliant play by Mahomes. Broken play and makes something of it. Well, how does he do this?
Yeah, he's very elusive in the backfield, and it's interesting that it's just like nobody really accounts for the running backs in the flat. And, I mean, they've got running backs that can make some yards after the catch there. And, yeah, I mean, you can't just leave him wide open there on a short play.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Mahomes, shotgun. Almost a legal motion on Mecole Hardman rushing the other way. It's a pitch to Hardman.
Jet sweep.
And there he goes. Yep. And down at the 8-yard
About
line.
a 6-yard gain, I'd say, yeah.
Yep, and it's second down coming up. Mecole Hardman looked very confused, and Mahomes called an audible at the line. He didn't know the right direction, but he did recover and did not force a penalty.
Yeah.
And that shows you the coaching and discipline that Andy Reid brings to the table. That's why this team is prepped and ready to play. We saw Mecole Hardman go and try to play with that Robert Saleh team. It didn't work. 2nd and 5 for the Chiefs. Mahomes in the shotgun. We got Kelsey moving in motion to the left. And here we go. Ball is snapped. Mahomes, plenty of time, steps up. Moving to the right.
There's
we got
Holden.
a flag on the play, and it's a touchdown. It's caught in the
I think
end
that's
zone.
Noah Gray
with the reception.
But yeah, I saw it. Yeah, there's
So
definitely
Dustin, what's
Holden
going
there.
on here?
Holding on the offense. Yeah, it says Mahomes was trying to get through the line of scrimmage.
That's got to be the most frustrating thing. Mahomes would never say that because he knows how to support his team. And it's Jawan Taylor with the hold. Jawan Taylor is a very talented athlete, but he commits so many penalties. All right, well, the Saints are pushing him back. It's still 7-0 in the second quarter. Chiefs
About
remain
13 and a half minutes left.
The Chiefs remain in the red zone, 2nd and 15. Mahomes already barking out the next play. He doesn't like what just happened. It's 18 yards to the end zone. Here he is, Mahomes. Plenty of time in the pocket. Nice pass rush by the Saints. Mahomes steps up the throws. It's a completion out to Kelsey, out to the 8.
Yep, so getting most of that yardage back. It's a very manageable 3rd down now. About a 3rd and 3, I'd say.
3rd and 3 coming up. We got 13 minutes left in the second quarter.
And I think you're starting to see Kelsey get a little bit more attention from Mahomes here because, yeah, I would say Juju
Back to the
Smith.
line fast. We got to get back to it. 15 seconds on the play clock, but calling for the ball. We got motion left. Mahomes, good protection. Plenty of protection. Saints daring him to throw. Steps up in the pocket, rolls left, spins, fires, end zone, incomplete.
Missed him. Yeah, I think he was going for P. Ryan there and just missed him.
I think Mahomes is, trying too hard tonight. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't feel like he needed to do a little bit of that extra dancing in the pocket there. You might have wanted to just run for it. I mean, it was only 5 yards to the first down.
I'm going to check the replay and see this and see if there was a lane. Oh, totally. Yeah, he could have walked to the end zone 3 times.
Or at least got the first down. But P. Ryan's open there. He just misses him.
Yep. It's hard when you're in a high-pressure situation to pivot really fast. He's got to slow down and figure out what his next move is before he commits.
So I would say that's kind of disappointing for the Chiefs to only get a field goal out of this.
And it's good. It's 10-0 Chiefs. But, yeah, missed opportunity. And the Saints, while down 10-0, they've shown fight tonight. I would not count the Saints out yet.
Well, their defense is strong. Their defense plays really well, so...
So, Dustin, you've probably gotten to see a little bit more of the Saints than I have this year, at least in the Panthers game. What have you seen from their defense?
Well, I only saw so much of the Saints game because I turned it off after a little while, but I think that's more of an indictment about how terrible the Panthers' defense is. You've seen it the last 2 weeks against the Eagles' defense, which is pretty good. They just really couldn't get things going, and... I think, yeah, the Falcons last week. So the Falcons game last week was a little interesting because they actually gave up a special teams touchdown and a defensive touchdown to the Falcons. So it's kind of just like they were being sloppy, but the defense, they didn't give up any touchdowns to the Falcons. So the defense still played amazing. And I mean, you saw the Falcons absolutely light up the Bucs this last week on Thursday Night Football. So I think the Falcons' offense is starting to figure things out. So that the fact that the Saints kept them without a touchdown, I think that they're a really good defense this year. So
it's so fun calling these Monday Night Football games. If you're a Chiefs fan and you're watching, remember, if you send us a super chat, $4.99 or up, you are entered into a drawing for this autograph extravaganza football 8x10. We're randoming it off at the end of the game. Also, for anyone who's interested in any of our breaks, we are running those at halftime, and we've got plenty of time before that. We're just calling the game, and anything related to breaks we will talk about at halftime. Any fantasy football winners or losers this last week, Dust? I think there's several ways you can go with this. Anyone that was sleeping on Brian Thomas Jr. or Trevor Lawrence, they were hoping for more, and they finally got it this week. But what's your perspective on the fantasy scape? Anyone stand out?
Well, so Kraft, the tight end on the Packers, he definitely had a breakout game with 2 touchdowns. He kind of saved me in one of my leagues where I was scrambling for a tight end, just kind of threw him in there, and it worked out.
Brenton Strange for the Jags got a touchdown.
Oh, didn't notice that. Yeah. Jamar Chase had another big game. Joe Burrow had a huge game, which it's just so disappointing to see the wasted offensive potential on that team since the defense is so bad.
I think the Jaguars or the Bengals are going to make the playoffs. Probably only one, but one or the other will make it. Also, little plug, I will be calling the Jaguars and Bears London game 9:30 a.m. this Sunday. It's going to be a lot of fun. So if you would like to listen to the game with me, join us. Oh, we got Jeremy in the chat. He says, go Chiefs. Hey, how's it going? We have the kickoff coming, and here's the return.
For your sake, I hope the Jags do better against the Bears than the Panthers did.
We are out to the 26, setting up shop for the Saints. And Dust, if you need a break before halftime, let me know.
Sounds good.
First and 10 coming up. Let's see if the Saints can respond at all. Oh, Joshua, thanks for the super chat.
Super chat.
So also after this play, we've got the run coming out to the 26 for no gain. Dustin sings for Super Chat. So if you request a song or Dustin can do one at random, that is a Super Chat bonus for jumping in.
Rules are, has to be PG-13 or lower, and I need to know the lyrics. But yeah, pop punk, classical, Broadway, Disney, all sorts of stuff.
All right, Carr in the pocket, drops low, it's caught, gets back on his feet. What a heads-up play by the tight end. Would have been down in college, gets back up, and fights for more yards.
Jawan Johnson there. Yeah, he's definitely been, around and whatnot. You don't really hear about him too much, but I always see him getting a touchdown here or there, so he's a bit of a safety, reliable net for Carr.
Did you have recommended genres for the song, Dust? Pop punk, what else?
Classical, Disney, Broadway. Pretty much no country. I can't rap.
No country or rap.
Yeah.
You don't want me to try the rap. There we go.
Oh, Kamara got the first. There we go.
That's a great third down conversion to get them to their own form.
Yeah, they needed to pick something up, kind of keep the chains moving, get their defense some rest, because, playing against the Chiefs offense, your defense needs rest for sure.
Give him a little sample of something you enjoy singing. Josh is the first one in the Super Chat.
I have to think about that a little bit.
All right, we can do it after the next play. First and 10 for the Saints. Single back. Quieting the crowd. A little too noisy in Arrowhead. Back under center. Hands off. Kamara takes it up the middle. No gain. Maybe a half yard. Yeah. He likes anything rock.
If I could find you now, things would get better.
Yellow card, yes.
Yeah. So that was a little bit of yellow card.
He said rock. I mean, that kind of counts, right?
Kind of counts. It's more a punk alternative.
Nice.
Yeah, I feel like when people say rock, they're referring to classic rock, which is not my strong suit. Kind of before my time.
All right, shotgun. Single back. Derek Carr throws middle, nice completion.
Think we got Raheed Shaheed there across.
Shaheed making a nice play.
All right, let's take a quick look at what he's got me. He needs to get about 13 for me to win my fantasy matchup.
He's thinking AC/DC.
Depends.
Do you know any AC/DC?
Thunderstruck.
Can you do that?
Thunderstruck!
Thunderstruck, all right? That's going to Thunderstruck after this series or next TV timeout. Is that cool, Dust? I'll even help out a little bit.
Sounds good. Yeah, maybe just do the chorus or something, yeah.
Yep, I don't know it that well, but I've been to a few weddings, so I know. Here we go. We got motion coming left. Handoff up the middle. Kamara for another half yard. This is really rough on the run game for New Orleans.
Yeah, I heard lots of Thunderstruck. My kid got into it because he was into Planes, Fire, and Rescue, and they play that at a certain point in the song.
I hear AI writes great stories about Planes, Fire, and Rescue.
Gosh,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Dusty's
AC/DC
such a
coming up.
hero with a heart of gold.
All right, we're having fun watching the game, and we're going to do a little Thunderstruck. I'm just pulling up the lyrics for myself. All right, Carr steps up, bombing deep midfield.
Oh, he's got
Wide
Shaheed.
open.
Yes!
Down, Saints. There we go.
All right, that's all I needed was a big throw there.
Dust, what'd you see on that play?
Well, you've seen it a lot this year from Shaheed. They really use him as the burner receiver, and they get him long. I swear it's like once or twice a game. He's able to get one of these long passes, and the last two games, I believe he has dropped them. He's been having he's kind of reminds me a bit of a Ted Ginn, where he's so fast, but not necessarily the best receiver, and definitely has some dropping issues, but they connect on one of them in this game, and it definitely helps me out because I might.
After the PAT. And the kick is up, and it's good. We've got
it's
10-7.
Not quite enough. I need 2 more points.
Dustin needs 2 more points from Shaheed for his fantasy matchup. I was bad and did not get my rosters fully set this weekend.
Womp womp. 8:36 left in the second quarter. It is 10-7 Chiefs over the Saints.
And we got Gerald here too. Nice. Oh no, Ian's on the other side of it. All right, Joshua says he's not going to be here for long. Can we do Thunderstruck?
Yeah, let's do it now. Let's see. Might want to.
Thunder, boom, boom,
Ooh, yeah, where are we gonna go here?
thunder.
Okay, that works.
You can just start here.
Thunder! Thunder! How exactly does that
A lot
work?
of thunders.
Yeah.
Want to start here?
Let's go.
We'll give him a moment while I update the score. Thanks for joining the
I'm trying to
everybody.
remember
We got another
exactly how
super
that
chat
goes.
from Gerald, who can start to think of the song he wants.
Could you scroll down a little bit more? I might be able to start. Okay, I guess that doesn't really
Do you want to
work
run
that
point of
well.
the mouse? Or?
Yeah, hang on.
Here you go. Dustin's taking a peek at the lyrics. Let me just take a moment to talk to everybody. Thanks for supporting the stream. So what's cool about sending a super chat, there's 2 reasons. Anyone that sends a super chat, $4.99 and above, is entered into a drawing for our Gold Rush autographed 8x10 extravaganza photo tonight. At halftime, we're doing breaks of any personals purchased on the website. Oh, Ian's going against Shaheed. Are you ready?
I think so. I'm gonna start.
All right, I'm going to talk about one more point. Oh, Bohemian Rhapsody. Do you know any Queen?
I could do like a portion.
We can do
of
a
it.
portion. So, you know what, Gerald? We got you. All right, so we're doing Thunderstruck over here for Josh, and then, Gerald, we got you. We're going to go for Bohemian Rhapsody.
All right.
Dustin is way more...
And I knew there was no turning back. Thunder. My mind raced, and I thought, what could I do? Thunder. And I knew there was no help from you. Sound of the drums, beating my heart. Thunder of the guns, torn me apart. You've been thunderstruck. All right, there we go.
There we go, Dust. All right, Dust has got that.
That's
one
my
going.
AC/DC impression.
All right, Gerald, we're going to give Dustin's vocals a break for a moment and prep for a little bit of Queen. We're getting back to the game, second quarter, 8:30 left, getting ready for the kickoff. The kick is up. Is it dynamic? It's a fumble dynamic.
It is a fumble dynamic.
Pick
Sky
him up.
Moore, you got to hold on to that.
Sky Moore's never lived up to his draft type and continues to do even less down at the 19.
That's really harsh.
All right, so we've got...
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Okay.
Do you want to take control of the mouse?
I think so.
Yep. Dustin's taking a look at the request on the song. I'm just going to talk about what's going on this play. What a beautiful throw. David Carr connecting down the middle. Shareed makes the catch. It's 1st and 10 for Mahomes. I got the full game. You watched the video. We got the handoff to Kareem Hunt out the left side, off left tackle, and taken down. It's a good 2.5, 3-yard gain. Stopped by the Saints right there. 2nd down coming up. It's 10-7 Chiefs over the Saints. We got 8:18 left in the second quarter. The Saints have made this more of a game than they made it seem like they would at the start. The awful interception by Carr, setting up an easy Chiefs score. But since Dustin and I have been live, there's been a lot more to it. 2nd and 6 is going to be coming up. Oh, we got a player down. We might be going to commercial. Oh, no. Hope everything's okay.
That's probably going to be a fairly short timeout, so you might want to wait a little bit.
We'll wait for the song?
Yeah, I would say wait.
We'll wait on the song. Actually, just use your phone. Do you want to look at your phone?
Yeah,
Just
sure.
a little bit? All right.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, Dustin's taking a quick break. Dustin will be back to sing though. Don't go away. He's going to make sure that he's got the lyrics correct. We're updating our super chats. We got Gerald in here, so again, we really appreciate the support, guys. We're doing this. Dustin and I just really enjoy watching football together, and sometimes we're just sitting watching football and we're talking back and forth about it, and we're like, why do we not share this, So we're not really concerned about how many people jump in. We're just having fun calling the game. And if you enjoy what we're doing and can support it, anyone that jumps in for 5 or more, we're putting you in a drawing for an 8x10. Also, anyone who might be tuning in looking for a break, on nights that we stream the games, we run breaks at halftime and at the end of the game. So we are not doing any more group breaks tonight. We did fill the 16x20 football photo. That one will break at halftime. We also have a personal 8x10 extravaganza photo that will break at halftime. For the rest of the stream, anything that's filled on the website as a personal will run at that point. But Josh and Gerald, thanks for the super chats. Very helpful. If you can see, we've been spending a lot of time trying to make the set better, work on the video. For those who might have been joining us a little bit later tonight, what's cool about this setup is this side, you see Cam Newton, this is like Dustin stuff. In the middle, we have the teams that are playing. Chiefs and Saints in the top 2 shelves are the teams that are playing. Over on this side, if I swing around, you got the Dylan PCs like Maurice Jones-Drew's Pro Bowl jersey with the old Jaguars logo. Look at this. This is probably my favorite MJD jersey I've got. It's so cool. 2010 Pro Bowl, the season he was the NFL rushing leader. But other stuff like this autographed Maurice Jones-Drew game-used jersey. Look at that. Very cool. All right, the game is back. Jumping back from TV timeout fast. Mahomes 2nd and 6 in the pocket, rolling right. Great pressure by New Orleans, and he just throws it away. We got 3rd and 6 coming up. The Saints. All right, here we are, 3rd and 6, big play coming up. Chiefs in their own territory. Mahomes, shotgun, getting ready to go. Takes a snap. Does he put it away or punt? Getting ready to run. Takes it left and stretches it out. It's going to be close, but I think he got it.
Yeah, I think that's enough there.
First down, Chiefs. At a certain point, there's certain players over the years that have been annoying because they always beat your team, but at a certain point, you've got to admire greatness. I hit that point with Brady, even late career Peyton Manning. Wow.
How does he miss Xavier Worthy there?
Because it would be a crossbody throw to the wrong side.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate because he was wide open.
Yeah, so we can bookmark that. We'll talk more about that play. We have 1st and 10. Dustin's back. 7.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Mahomes, shotgun throws quick, and it's caught. Holds on. About a 7-yard gain out there.
It's
to
Juju
Smith-Schuster setting up 2nd and 3. What'd you see on that one, Dust?
I mean, just a quick pass. Juju's able to fight for a little extra yardage there. Solid play.
Yeah. So getting back to Coughlin's speech, he actually believed that his 4-12 Jags were the best team that he coached, and that just shows the strength of coaching and building structure. Just so I didn't forget to finish that comment from before. They went to the AFC Championship game the next year. 2nd and 2, Mahomes rolling right, dumps off, high pop throw. It's
There's
caught.
Xavier Worthy. Oh, there's the speed.
Wow.
Gets it
that's
to
incredible.
the 43
yard line.
Yeah.
We agreed on yardage.
Yes.
43-yard line. All right, 1st and 10. Watch the wisdom of Mahomes seeing the rush and pops it up so high. Look how much air he put on that. What do you think of that decision by Mahomes?
I mean, it was a good one. I mean, he's wide open with room to run. Definitely getting in the hands of the fastest player in the league.
Is he going to be the new Tyreek Hill for this team?
Well, I mean, that's what I think they were hoping. But you heard
They
that
hoped it
with,
was
like,
Sky Moore.
Mecole Hardman, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I
He
thought...
got Worthy playing tonight. That helped him a little bit.
Yeah, I've got him playing in a different league, too. Yeah, I think of Xavier Worthy as more of a Deshaun Jackson type.
Oh, I can see
Very,
that.
very
Yeah.
much a burner. And I thought he was going to fit well. That's why I was big on him in Andy Reid's offense, because he worked with Deshaun Jackson.
And burner and punt returner.
Yeah.
Yep. Maybe
Yeah, I don't
he
think he's
thinks
punt
the
returning,
dynamic
but-
kick return's actually dynamic. Right?
Maybe, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, got another injury, it looks like. All right, I can do the little section from Bohemian Rhapsody if we're going to do it.
All right. Bohemian Rhapsody, ready?
Yep, just this little part here.
All right. I'm going to turn the sound effects off. Here we go, Dustin. This is for Gerald. Here we go.
All right, this might not be that great, but here you go.
You'll love it. Go.
I see a little silhouette of a man, Scaramouche, Scaramouche, will you do the fandango? Thunderbolt and lightning, very, very frightening to me. Galileo, 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 Figaro, Magnifico. But I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me. He's just a poor boy from a poor family. Yeah, that's really all I got. Sorry.
And
The older songs are not quite. I need to hear it in order to have any chance with those ones.
What would you say, 2005 and sooner, or 2003?
2003 about. I mean, I know some old stuff, but not a ton.
Like, what was that song, Red Jumpsuit Apparatus? You like
Oh,
that stuff you were really good at.
Yeah,
right?
that was more like 2008.
Oh, okay.
That was Face Down and False Pretense. Although that one never really was on the radio.
If you've already given a super chat, if you give a super chat $2 and up, you can get another music request from Dustin.
I will try to be better.
No, Dustin's doing great. I mean, you don't want to hear me try to sing it. I'm just trying to recover my vocal cords from about 10 days ago still. So.
I feel like my wife would kill me. She's really into the old
really?
classic
Oh,
rock,
I've
and
never really been
she
into
probably
that.
heard that and was like, "Oh my gosh, that was awful."
You know what? I'll sing for you guys the Jaguars song. I'm all about the
Oh,
Jaguars
no.
and the Prowlers. Here come the Jags. Here they come. All right. So back to the game.
Looks like it might have been a hammy injury for Harris there. I can attest to the fact I've strained my hamstring before, and it's not pleasant.
All right, here we go. Mahomes with the handoff of the middle to Hunt.
Call that about a 3-yard gain on the run. Got him to the 40-yard line. Depending on the spot, might be a 4-yard gain there to the 39. Okay, looks like it's officially a 3-yard gain.
All right, thanks everybody for your patience while we get our screen a little bit fixed. We got 2nd and 7 coming up. This is getting into almost 5-minute territory. We got Mahomes taking the snap, rolls left, good protection, great protection, throws, caught Kelsey first down.
First down to Kelsey, all right. And I think you're starting to see Kelsey get a bit more involved here.
Yeah, when you're that old, you got to kind of get the joints moving, and it kind of takes until late second quarter for that to happen.
We are talking about a professional football athlete who's probably
younger than both of us.
Yeah, younger than both of us and in super peak shape.
Can't resist. I see Calais Campbell out there, wrecking people, and it's still going. We got 1st and 10 Chiefs. Here we go. Under center, Mahomes. Here we go. It's a pitch to the right. Oh, tries to
there's a fumble.
Falls to the ground. Xavier Worthy falls
on it, but that's a huge loss. Oh, Carson Steele. He had a fumble in a different game, and now he kind of messes this play up. Now, I don't know if this is necessarily Carson Steele's fault. The Saints got into the backfield and kind of... Yeah, they broke up this play. Yeah, hits it out.
Actually, I take back my ball security comment from earlier, though. He secured the ball. Remember, I said that here. He got...
Well, he's trying to toss it. That it's more of like a quarterback getting stripped there at that point.
Yep, loss of 3 yards though for not falling on it. 2nd and 24. Mahomes in the shotgun takes a snap, empty backfield, good protection, steps up. He's making space. He's gonna run. He's gonna pump fake. Take a big hit. What? If that's a flag,
I don't think that's a flag. It's probably holding in the defensive secondary. I bet
that should not be a penalty. Mahomes did not surrender himself. That is a legal hit. If you're going to run like a running back, take a hit like a running back. Holding on the offense. Okay. All right. Hey, you know what? Mahomes didn't even call for a flag. That was props to Mahomes. Yeah. Mahomes is tough.
So we are going to have a 2nd and 34 here.
And watch Mahomes convert it,
I mean, if you get 2 chunk plays of 15, you got it, pretty much. Well, not quite.
Probably 20 yards in the first, and they go for it on the next one. But the pump fake beyond the line of scrimmage, anyone that falls for that just has no situational awareness. Intramural flag football freshman year of college, the opposing quarterback is pump faking 7 yards down the field, and I'm like, will you guys pay attention to situational offense? Here we go. 2nd and 34. Mahomes takes a snap, throws short, caught by Juju. Juju gets a big chunk play.
That's
17
about
yards, 12 yards.
Nah, I think it's more like 7.
That's it.
Yeah.
We'll see what the official tally is, but we are at 10-7.
Usually we're only a yard off. That's about 5 yards off.
If you're the New Orleans Saints, you got to be so happy staying this close with it,
Yeah, we've got a 3rd and 22. Okay, you're right. 12 yards. 3rd and 22
coming up. Also, if you're interested in joining us for one of our box breaks, we've got an 8x10 giveaway. If you we got Mahomes in the shotgun, throw short, Kelsey with the catch, surrender play.
It's
lateral. Lateral's out to the side. Horse collar tackle to the outside.
I don't think that's a horse collar, but it's
out of bounds.
It's 1 yard to go.
Yeah. I thought they were gonna get there. Wow. I was surrender play, and then Travis Kelsey, I'm just going to tell you guys what happened, pitches back to the halfback, runs to about the 24-yard line, and had a chance to dive. What do you think, Dust?
Yeah, that was that. You've seen them roll this out a lot. It's actually kind of the same exact thing they did on that infamous Kadarius Toney.
They're going for it to the line.
Offensive offsides play. So you see Kelsey doing that from time to time.
Jawan Taylor teaching his bad habits to Travis Kelsey. I'm going to put a poll up.
It's a timeout to the Saints, not a false start.
Oh, really? Okay. I thought you said offensive offsides.
No, that was what I was talking about, the infamous play against the Bills last year where they converted the touchdown to Kadarius Toney, but Toney lined off sides on the offensive side of the ball, and it was negated.
So, Dust, the poll is Travis Kelsey, Tony Gonzalez, Gronk, and I would say Gates, but do you have another tight end you put in there instead?
I don't think so. Yeah, you can maybe throw Jimmy Graham in there.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
Antonio Gates.
All right, we got 4th down.
Can you take this play?
Yep. 1 yard. They changed the formation. Looks like they switched the protection to the right side of the line. Hands it off to Kareem Hunt.
Oh, what a second
Did not
effort.
look like he was going to
Yo.
get there, but he gets 2 yards at the end of it.
All right, so Kareem Hunt's going up to the line, takes the big bump, and should have been dropped for a loss, and just says, nope, we are fighting through. Wow. What a great second effort. Running back.
So we totally called it. Second and 34, and they pick up the first.
Yep, I said they would. You did too.
Yeah, it's like
the chunk play. You get the chunk play first.
They did get the
first
chunk
and
play.
10. Here we go. Mahomes in the shotgun. Single back. Kelsey getting set. We got 2 wide to the left, 1 wide to the right. Here we go. Handoff up the middle. Cuts back. Spin. Kareem Hunt playing like it's 2017 and going to the 19-yard
I know,
line
he's
into the
definitely
red
older,
zone.
but he's still got a lot of power behind his
That's
runs.
going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Wow.
Yeah.
So, a lot slower pace of a game than I expected. I personally thought the Chiefs would probably be up 24-3 by this point.
So I thought it could be close. For one, the Chiefs only beat the Chargers by 1 touchdown. It was 17-10 last week. And the Saints, they have done a very good job on the defensive side of the ball this year. So I thought it could be closer. So it looks like the problem is that the Chiefs are kind of just chipping away at the Saints here. Instead of like a bunch of long plays, this might just be death by 1,000 cuts.
Yeah, I suppose it could be, and that's what the Patriots always did to people.
Right.
That's what I'm seeing. I'm finally seeing the parallels between what the Chiefs are building and what the Patriots built over so much time. And as a Jags fan, I'm just jealous my team can't do it.
Yeah.
You know, I've watched 2 other franchises in the same conference do this. I think Cincinnati Bengals fans would feel similarly. You know, people that, you know, have seen their team get a good quarterback. Oh, my gosh, LA Chargers fans.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe Harbaugh will be able to mold them into that.
And that's what we said about Peterson coming in for Trevor. Ian's saying he's down 10 points right now, so
What does he need? He needs Xavier Worthy.
he's got Worthy playing. Ian, anyone else in action? He's playing against Shaheed. He's got Worthy.
Oh, sorry.
I know, that's why we were joking about that earlier. Gerald, how's your night going? Hope you guys are having fun. People are saying Travis Kelce, Gronk. No one's voting for Tony Gonzalez already. I'm pulling out my phone and voting for Tony Gonzalez. Sorry, send us in text.
Dun dun.
All right. We got Travis Kelce and Gronk 50-50. Anna, if you're watching, I just texted you back. You're good. Thank you. He went with Geno instead of Mahomes. I mean, all right, here we are. We're back, Dust. Back from the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 8. Mahomes in the shotgun. Single back. Kelsey moving in motion. Mahomes.
Oh, they got him.
Sacked.
That's
No
a
flags.
big play by the defense.
We got a 3rd and about 16 coming
Chase
up.
Young on the sack.
Chase Young having a new revitalization.
Chase is on the case.
Chase is on the case. Well, whether you like Paw Patrol or not, if you're a Saints fan, you're glad about that play. The dad jokes are flying here at BTP Live on Monday night. Chase Young, drafted number 2, injury concerns, a little bit of work ethic concerns, which I personally never agreed with. Acquired by the Niners in essentially a season rental trade. Now maybe finding a home in New Orleans, and maybe he's a player like Jadeveon Clowney or Jason Pierre-Paul who needs to just not be the primary pass rusher, but it's an
rotational
amazing,
rusher.
Not even rotational rusher, but just can be the number 2 rusher on a team that doesn't have to carry the weight of his draft status.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he was looking really well until he tore the ACL.
3rd and 14.
Really good.
Mahomes in the shotgun. We got motion right with Worthy. Calling for the ball. Steps up. Good protection.
Short
throws
pass. P. Ryan. Oh, you got to get P. Ryan down there.
Samanje P. Ryan
All
gets
right.
a few yards, and they're holding him to a field goal.
Looks like it's about 4th and 6, I would say.
So
yeah.
situational football, we've been talking about it all night. You got one timeout. Do you call it there?
They called it.
That's the right call in my book every time. Also, I took on my phone to vote on the poll and actually never voted. Tony Gonzalez. I'm so sorry, Tony. I will get you a vote. 4th and 5, field goal coming up.
Yeah, for how good Antonio Gates is, it's a little surprising he didn't get into the Hall of Fame this year.
Yep, that shocked me, but Steve Smith Sr. shocked me. There's so many players that I would put in faster. I swear, if Eli Manning is not a first ballot Hall of Famer, we'll see what happens. Is he eligible next year?
He's eligible this year, yeah.
Yeah, so Dustin and I have a big wager going on Eli Manning. I've been saying first ballot Hall of Famer this whole time. All right, let's talk about this wager after the field goal. Butker getting ready to kick. It's about a 35-yard attempt. The kick is up.
And he nails it.
He nails it. All right, 13-7 Chiefs. The Saints have no timeouts, but they could get at least a field goal
I could
before
see,
half.
like, getting into field goal range.
Yep. Also, if you're looking for one of our breaks, our 16x20 autograph football photo random division break is running once we hit halftime. We'll let Dustin take a little break and refresh and come back when he's ready to call the second half. I'm going to run a personal break of Extravaganza 8x10 as well as a 16x20 break that filled on the website. If anyone wants a personal break, buy it on the website before half and I'll break it at halftime. If you buy it in the second half, it will run after the game concludes. 1:32 left. Chiefs getting ready to kick off. Dust, do you want to cover this dynamic kickoff for us?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a dynamic touchback. The ball is in the air. Oh, he thought,
God,
that's a mistake.
That's down at the 1. Isn't that actually down at the 1?
I don't think his knee touched.
This rule is making everyone overthink it. He brought it out of the end zone. It looked like he needed it at the 1. Let's wait until we can see a better replay. That's clever as hell.
Uh-oh.
It's on little Brett.
All right, we got the Saints starting out here from their own 21-yard line. Carr back to pass. Throws it long.
Gutsy play.
He caught it, but I don't think he got his feet in.
What an effort! Not Kenny Stills, right?
I'd have to see who that is. 84.
Tibson. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, Mason Tipton. Yep. Great effort to get to the ball.
Yeah, just couldn't quite keep himself in bounds there. All right, Carr from the 21 again.
You got the
now, you also don't want to leave time for the Chiefs to score here, too. So, yeah, they throw it short. This might be a give-up play. Keep the clock running. It's a short 2-yard pass to Juwan Johnson. But, I mean, if you get to they've got 3 timeouts. If you get to third down and you don't convert it, the Chiefs are going to call that time and maybe get another field goal before the end of the half. So you're kind of thinking from that perspective here. And it looks like the Chiefs do use one of their timeouts here.
Yeah. So the Chiefs are... I was almost right. I don't know. I was right. That's down at the 1. That is down at the 1. I called that correct live. That should have been whistled dead at the 1-yard line. He doesn't make contact with the knee until the 1. It's like the 6-inch line.
I'm not convinced he ever made contact.
Oh, it should have been a live ball?
Yeah.
All right, that's how they ruled it. All right, we are going to
and they do a screen pass, and Kamara gets lit up. I mean, I understand it from a coaching perspective, but it is a give-up play.
Oh, my gosh. Mahomes is going to lead them to more points before the half now, right?
Well, they took their big shot early, and, it's
so disappointing. Herm Edwards never said you play to lose the game.
Well, but you saw it happen against the Texans. Josh Allen lost the game because they called 3 straight passes. He throws 3 incompletes.
Well, that's his fault for throwing 3 incompletes.
Well, sure, but it's the possibility of...
Josh Allen can be so much better than he actually is.
He's got the arm talent, but yeah, he is definitely erratic.
I called him number 5 best quarterback in the league, and I think he's still the number 5 best quarterback in the league. I don't know, 13. Oh, we got to update it. I never updated the score. My bad.
Dun dun.
Yep. I was just too excited about debating this game with you.
But yeah, the Chiefs are going to get the ball with over a minute left in the...
This is why Dennis Allen should not be a head coach in the NFL. I mean, Madden kids online know how to manage a clock better. Here we go. Getting ready to punt. 4th and 10. Kick is up.
Got some decent hang time on it this time. Looks like
another return by Hardman. This special teams of the Saints is trash.
A bit.
Going
out of bounds at like the
37?
36, yeah. Maybe 37, yeah.
1st and 10 coming up for the Chiefs. Also, if you're looking for your break of 16 by 20 or extravaganza 8 by 10, that's happening at halftime. Thanks to everyone that's contributed so far to the stream and given us a like. I will be breaking this 8 by 10 autographed extravaganza football photo for anyone that gives a super chat $4.99 and up at the end of the game. If you want a personal break, see our website. 1st and 10 coming up for Mahomes. Shotgun.
Saints look like they're bringing pressure, but they drop back.
All right, Mahomes takes the ball, pops left, incomplete, not even close to worthy.
Yeah, looks like he wasn't able to quite step into that throw.
Yeah, he's throwing off his back foot. This is the thing. Oh, a spot in full size. All right, yep. Just keep in mind, we are not running any more group breaks tonight that did not fill prior to the stream starting. Those will run on Wednesday. Since we filled the 16 by 20, that will break at halftime. Also, personal breaks, we added several more. Any personal breaks that fill will either run at halftime or at the conclusion of the game. 2nd and 10. We got Mahomes in the shotgun, waiting for the ball, looking to add to his lead. 13-7. Takes a snap. Saints trying to bring pressure, but it doesn't get there. Mahomes throws medium. It's caught by Juju.
Smith-Schuster gets out of bounds at the 32.
Every 2-minute drill, even when he doesn't have the ball, if he has 3 timeouts, he's scoring points. I mean, how is this not at least 16-7, if not
worse? I'm thinking it might be, it might be more of a touchdown here.
And then
like they've got 45 seconds and a touchdown, and a timeout.
Because the defense is like, guard the short stuff so they don't break something free. Guard the long stuff so they don't score. And the
middle is open.
Take the 35 yards you give me in the middle. It's a medium throw. Great vision by Mahomes, and that's why he's the best current quarterback in the league. 1st and 10, Mahomes sends Worthy in motion, takes a snap. Good protection this time. It's
a little behind
Worthy.
A little behind Worthy, but he had room to run there. 41 seconds left in the half. The Chiefs still have 1 timeout. So they can really use, and I think that makes it difficult to defend these types of situations because you really do have all the field you can use. Mm-hmm. It's just, when do the Chiefs use the middle?
And they do, and Dennis Allen leaves it wide open.
Well, the problem with that one is that Smith-Schuster was able to get out of bounds, so they still didn't burn the timeout.
2nd and 10 with a timeout. Plenty of time. Mahomes takes a snap. Pass rush looks tired. Mahomes rolls left and probably just going to throw it away.
Oh, he got popped there.
He still gets yardage. He gets a catch. He should have thrown it away, and instead hits Juju for 7. Every quarterback that's worked with Juju says he's awful, except Patrick Mahomes, who's like, here's my security blanket wide receiver.
Yeah, that's 2 feet down, and he gets out of bounds.
I mean, it's only a 7-yard gain, but that's the best play I've seen from Patrick Mahomes tonight by far. In the face of the rush, throws it. I was like, here he gives the play away. And the opposite of the Saints that did the surrender plays last drive, Mahomes is like, I'll take 7 yards and make it a closer field goal at least. 3rd and 3 coming up. You want to take the call, Dust?
All right, it's Mahomes back to throw. Throws. We've got Juju again. Cross the 20. Looks like they'll probably take the timeout there.
They could run it.
Yeah, they took the timeout.
They took the timeout, okay.
Andy Reid has not always been known for his great clock management skills.
Yeah, he's gotten a little better. 27 seconds left. I mean, I I've never understood why NFL coaches don't understand clock management. I was 9 years old playing Madden 2000, Madden 97 actually, before 2000 anything, and I could manage a clock in those games because I wanted to beat you at Madden.
I mean, they might just overthink it.
I guess.
Or have more faith in their defense than they should.
That's one good way to put it, Dust. We got 1st and 10. Are you seeing 3 or 6 or 7 points for the Chiefs, or 8 maybe?
I think it is. No, they're not going to go for 2. But I think they would. I am feeling 3 here.
All right, well, let's see what's going on. We got 1st and 10, 27 seconds.
They have no
left.
timeouts left. It's probably like 2-3 shots at the end zone.
Mahomes throws
Well,
short.
that's not what. Okay, if Kelsey can get out of bounds,
And
okay,
he does.
This
is what Mahomes is doing. He's adding a Brady-esque surgical element to his passing game. Whether it's a 35-yard strike towards the middle zone or hitting Kelsey with space to run out of bounds for a 1st down to stop the clock.
Well, I mean, and I think this is poor situational awareness by the Saints. They let them get out of bounds 3 times here.
Hey, NFL teams, I am for hire as a situational awareness football coach. So if you'd like me to join your staff and come to all your games and advise you on the sideline how to manage a clock, I'm here. I'm open for hire. Here we go, 2nd and 2. That's probably the only reason I would ever leave BTP. 2nd and 2, Mahomes, empty backfield, 4 seconds on the shot clock, waiting for the snap. Jawan
Out of bounds. 15 seconds left on the clock. We got a 3rd and 2 for the Chiefs.
So, Dust, what's your call on 3rd and 2? You can't afford to have anything short of the end zone. You don't have time to spike the ball.
You might want to do like a short flat and try to see if you can get out of bounds and then maybe take 2 shots at the end zone.
Why don't you take the shots? I'm hired Gerald. Yes, Gerald's going to hire me as a consultant to manage the clock. I love it. All right, here we go. 3rd and 2. The Chiefs want the 3-peat. They might need me to help with the clock management. We got Mahomes rolling right. Cam Jordan fighting hard, chasing back.
Throws it away.
Yeah, I mean.
So, it's
good.
3.
Yeah, I mean, Dust, you're right. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't quite feeling the touchdown here.
You kick it, 16-7 half. I mean, the Saints, handed them 3 points.
Yeah.
Much. Harrison Butker getting ready to come on the field.
And they'll if the Chiefs make this and they get the kickoff, they'll probably just kneel the clock out. 10.5. Got another short field goal, about 30 yards. I think it's a little bit less than an extra point.
All right, the kick is up,
And
it's
he's good.
Got it, just barely. All right, 16-7 coming up. So, Dust, we got 6 seconds left. We'll have kind of a meaningless kickoff. But what are your takeaways from the first half? Because I'm going to let you have a little break at halftime.
Yeah, the Saints defense is definitely performing well. But besides that one play that the Saints offense had to Shaheed, they're kind of sluggish today. They haven't really been able to get much going. Now, that being said, the Chiefs defense is legit. It's a very tough unit to get points against. But yeah, I think that the Saints are, if they haven't been able to get the Chiefs to settle for field goals, this game would be way out of reach. So I think the Saints defense is really keeping them in this one.
This defense has been incredible. The score now 16-7. We're giving it an update. Dave, if you're watching with us, give us any feedback on the stream. We've really just been enjoying the game and the banter back and forth and focusing on the game, but open to any feedback from you or from anyone watching the stream on how we can produce this just a little bit better and have a better video product for you or audio product as you're watching the game.
Continuous feedback loop.
I'm all about that.
All right, this looks like it. Oh, they're actually taking it out.
Tell me about it.
No real reason not to. It is Shaheed getting it to the 30, and that's the half.
He's really impressed me this stream. Very cool. So as we head to the half, we're going to let you know when we come back a little bit about the stats of the first half. But it is 16-7, Chiefs over the Saints. Mahomes looks angry coming off the field. Saints have had great moments on offense and defense, but I think Shaheed has been the one that came to play. Poor clock management by the Chiefs, they should be up by more, and poor decision-making by New Orleans, in my opinion.
Yeah, the last drive, basically just not getting that clock run down enough. It gave the 3 points. We knew they were going to get something.
All right, well, we are going to kill the stream there and work on getting the breaks ready during the half. So remember, if you want to purchase any personal breaks, I would say you've got until 9:47 to purchase personal breaks, and I can run them at half. Any personals that are purchased in the second half will run after the game. We're going to let Dustin have a restroom break. I'll take one myself. I'll be live to run the breaks, and then after that's done, we'll be live for the second half. Thanks for joining BTP. Anyone that sent super chats on this stream, which is Josh and Gerald, you're already in the drawing, and you will be eligible in the second half. Anyone that sends every $5 of super chat gets you an entry. So if you were to send us 25 super chat, 5 entries in the drawing. So,
all right.
And also Dustin keeping the vocal cords ready for more songs and half too. All right, we'll see you shortly for the second half breaks, then the second half. Bye bye. All right.